So there are two external forces acting on your organization that you have to deal with. One is increasing complexity. Yeah. So the CX space has always been complicated, the contact center, the whole IT landscape that supports it, and everything else around it, logistics, payments, etc., etc. All of that has always been complex. It's getting more complex. AI is one part of increasing complexity, but only one. The channel mixture is already difficult. Integrations are complicated to build and maintain. That's not going anywhere. I think it's getting worse, if you like. On this other side, you've got customers, consumers like me and you and everybody else who are out there in the world using Uber and Revolut and all of these new applications. And we are accustomed to and expect short, sweet, effective interactions. Yeah. So whether you like it or not, you're in a competition on the front end with those businesses. You're not in your industry, of course, competing with them in general, but you are in like attention and expectations for sure. You are. We all are. That's the world that we're in. So on the one hand, you've got internal complexity, and on the other side, you've got external simplicity needed by the consumers. How do you do both? So one thing for certain is that you cannot aim to solve these two by buying solutions that offer you internal simplicity. Your operations teams, your IT teams, your contact center folks who actually configure solutions within the contact center, they need power and flexibility, not simplicity. They need the ability to add integrations, manipulate integrations, to do data processing. They need to be able to, in short, build algorithms. Why? Because of the second external force, the one coming from what consumers expect. If you're going to have an iceberg with the shiny top out in the sun, that's your Uber-like experience. If that's what you're going to offer in the customer experience, then below the surface, you've got this huge, big, dark mass that you need to deal with. That's where all the data processing and everything occurs. You can't get around doing that, and simplicity is not going to do it for you. Now, it's not possible to apply developers to handle that complexity in most areas and for most businesses, because the developers are way, way too expensive, and the time frames necessary to build and then later to maintain new software solutions just is not it's not possible in the kind of market constraints you're in and the time to value that you need to achieve. And there are not enough developers in the world anyway, so the price is even increasing. And this is where composability comes in. Composability is about non-developers being able to put together solutions and acting like they are developers. So it's allowing every organization to do what Uber does, or what Revolut does, or what Amazon does in terms of customer experience. And that's the only way. So whenever we see businesses buying solutions that give simplicity, that offer simplicity in the configuration to their internal IT and operations people, you can be almost definite that it's not going to achieve what you're looking for. It's power that you need. It's composable power. So if you're trying to figure out your strategy for how to deal with these constraints, if you are the CFO, CIO, COO, CEO, head of IT, head of contact center, head of CX, if those are your areas of responsibility, then let's talk, because I think this is one of the hottest topics to work out. It's going to really matter for your business. So let's have those conversations.